I'm Dylan,
I'm Rowan.
and this is You're Wrong, the great film debate. I've never seen Rocky. Rowan's a huge fan of it. We decided to sit down and watch it, and yeah,
It was real good. We both really enjoyed it.
Hey yo,
Hey yo,
hey yo,
hey yo!
I ain't no bum.
I don't like your face.
Hey, you bum.
Who you calling a bum?
Now, okay. So for those who don't know, Rocky is the film that made Sylvester Stallone's career. He both wrote and starred in the film and received Academy Award nominations both for his writing and for his performance. Much to my complete and utter bemusement, we've got some wonderful lines of dialogue, much like "Hey yo," we got a lot of that. We got a lot
Hey
of
yo, Adrian.
but I didn't have a manager. We got a lot of that. Yeah, we got a lot of this ain't no charity case.
It was real good.
And of course, Adrian's best line.
Rocky.
Well, I was going to just say nothing.
Oh,
She doesn't speak for the first half of the film.
Well, she has one line in the whole thing.
That and, do you want a roommate? These are turtles. They're exotic animals. I bought them the first day. Lots of creeps around here, lots of creepy creeps. I'm just the kind of guy who picks up a guy who's asleep outside a bar and puts him back in the bar. But, there's a lot of creeps around,
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
Why you like this movie, Rowan?
It's a good movie.
It's not.
It's got all the good things. It's got the underdog. It's got punching. It's got a dog in it. It's got turtles. It's got a guy who probably needs to stop smoking, but probably like 20 years ago, he probably should have stopped smoking.
The manager.
The manager.
You gotta get a manager.
You need a manager.
I could have taken them all. I could have been a contender. You know why I wasn't? I didn't have a manager.
I could be your manager.
I could be your manager.
Oh my god, I've got the emphysema.
That's that guy every single day. That's him off screen all the time.
You want a manager? You want the plot of this movie? I think I'd be really good.
Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat.
So you want to learn about boxing?
Listen here, buddy, I got a job for you. But I'm sorry, I'm not feeling it, sir. Oh, hang on a second.
So this
Let me
podcast,
tell you about this job.
this podcast is actually just going to be us making weird American accents.
Yeah, don't you worry about it.
I couldn't fucking stand this movie. It was really torture.
It was excellent.
It was not excellent.
It was absolutely excellent. What about the scene where he drinks the eggs?
What the fuck? Why? Why would you drink eggs? It makes no difference.
It's cool. It's a cool training guy
He's
thing.
unemployed. It's not like he doesn't have much time in the day to exercise.
Probably doesn't know how to cook very well.
I'll tell you one thing.
And
if you can't fight, you can sure as hell cook. Hey, Adrian, I said that stuff on the TV don't bother me. It bothers me. I'm gonna go punch a dead cow.
What better use for a dead carcass could you have?
Food. Food.
Other than food, though.
Nutrition.
Yeah, other than nutrition and food, what other use could you have for that?
Leather.
What, the whole carcass itself?
Yeah, you can tan it.
Don't they use like the skin?
It's just the outer layer.
Don't they use the skin for clothes though? And like the
No, they use the
Wouldn't it
subdermal layer.
oh, pretty sure they cut that off though for a meat.
Yeah, to
thing.
make the fucking leather.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be on the thing that he's hitting,
All
would
the
it?
meat you saw was ribs anyway.
Yeah,
You can't eat ribs.
you can.
I mean, you can eat the meat between the ribs, but
Yeah, you
I'm just fucking with you.
could probably eat the ribs if you
You
wanted
don't even
to.
know what a subdermal layer is.
It's the thing under the skin. I know words.
Hey Simpson,
Hey,
your
yo.
epidermis is showing. Ah! See, the epidermis is your hair, so technically it's true. Pardon me a moment. I don't understand why you like this. Like, I understand you're a bit of an idiot and you have weird tastes. I just don't understand why this movie you've fixated on.
It's a real
You've
good
been
movie.
wanting me to watch it for ages.
Yeah, because it's real good.
It's not.
He punches him.
It's almost as bad as The Room.
No, it's not.
Chip, 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 chip.
I don't mind.
That's a reference to a YouTube video where somebody songifies The Room.
Man, we got to do a podcast on the room soon.
No, I
Can't
want
wait.
to.
I cannot wait.
We're not doing it. It's not on the list. Why would you think we're going to do it?
We're gonna do it.
We're not.
We're gonna do it, and then we cut to a room podcast.
Oh.
Keep this in mind.
Surprise attack! Ah, you just see me hanging. I've
Okay.
already done a massive hanging joke on this podcast before. I don't need any more.
I thought it was excellent.
It's not. I couldn't stand it. I'll tell you what. I did like the background to the film.
I reckon in terms of
So-
cinematography, it was fucking fantastic.
It was all right.
It was good for
was
its
all
time.
right.
It was
wasn't-
bloody good.
It wasn't that great.
It was
Anybody can make a background look interesting.
Nah.
I mean, like in terms of like the making of the film, how they got it made and stuff. I thought that was really interesting, and how they solved the problems on like a micro budget. Because I read some interesting stuff. So they took it to like the higher ups to get approval to greenlight it, and they were like, Who's this Rocky guy? Who's this Sylvester Stallone guy? We need more." They sent them a film that he'd been in, and while they were watching the film, they're like, "So which one is he?" And he points at one guy, and it was a completely different guy, and he's like, "He doesn't look Italian." And some guy was like, "He's from the north of Italy, northern Italian. Lots of blue eyes, blonde hair up there." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, alright, he's alright for the part." And they greenlit the film. And then when the movie came out and he saw who the guy really was, not impressed. But when they, because they wanted a known lead for the film, and they couldn't get one because Stallone stipulated in his contract that he was.
Yeah,
to be
wasn't
the
that
lead.
his thing? You really wanted to be.
Yeah, he was like,
guy?
he was not going to sell the script unless he got to be the lead. There were some compromises along with that, to do with him like continuing to write beyond, like outside of pay and working for scale as an actor. But it meant that they cut the budget in half, which I would think if you're going to make a $2 million movie and you don't have to spend half the budget on the actor, maybe that's a good thing.
And I mean, it's a boxing movie. What do you need a fucking $5 million budget?
I mean, they had Joe
For
Frazier
that.
in.
Yeah,
You don't know who Joe
I don't know
Frazier
who that
is.
is.
He was the guy who came up and was hassling Carl Weathers.
Which one's Carl Weathers?
He was Apollo.
Oh,
was Creed.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, "Hey, get out of the ring. Get out of the ring. I got to put my smiley dentures in."
Man, they were pretty cool.
They were. They were. Apollo Creed was a fucking asshole.
He was a bit of a dick.
He was.
I mean,
he
he
got
was-
his ass handed to him.
That was the idea, I think. He was meant to be the cocky
He's like,
50-1 undefeated champ. Can't go 3
Bring me a
rounds
white
against
guy.
this guy, and then he goes 15 rounds. It's a masterpiece.
It is not a masterpiece.
A masterpiece.
I don't know. I'm not a sports guy. I just can't enjoy.
It's not even about sports. It's about the underdog.
No, it's not.
It could
It's
be
about
any- it could be
masculinity. This
any
is
story at all.
Absolutely a film about
It could be
masculinity.
any story
This
at all.
film was written by a sexist. You cannot disagree with
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Hey, yo, Adrian. Yeah, you showed no interest in me, boy. You're gonna be my girl. Hey,
Adrian, I know you want to go home, but you better just stay inside of my house. There's
what,
some
you don't
creeps
like my
outside.
House? You don't like nice? It's not nice. It's turning into a bit of a Bosnian accent. I can't hold it. He's a creep.
Hey, yo, Adrian, you want to see my turtles? You sold me these turtles.
He's sort of bit simple, isn't he? And this one's Bubba, and this one's Gum. Together they're
He's
Bubba
excellent.
Gum.
He's just like a lovable little
He
guy.
reminds me. Did you ever watch The Stand?
Nah.
There's like a Andre the Giant looking dude in it, and he's just dumb. Like he's very, like you couldn't count his IQ on 2 hands. Like he's like when he's trying to repeat things and remember them, he goes like, "We're gonna go in the car. Ammo will win. That means car." Like shit like that. That's what Rocky reminds me of.
It's lovable. It's just
It's
it's a
not.
lovable thing.
It's so annoying. He's like, "And all the little ones, they're pebbles. They're not turtles." Like what? What are you talking about?
just wanted to make sure that Adrian
He's
knew.
like sitting on the couch, just got newspapers all over there. It's a nice couch. There's bugs over there. You don't want to be over there. You want to be on this side.
What about the scene where Adrian goes into another room? She closes the door, and he walks up to her, and he's like, "Well, I don't have much experience talking to doors."
Except for my locker door. It was locked the other day. I couldn't get. Isn't that funny? That locker and the word lock. They're so. It's like they're having sex.
He's just excellent.
He's not.
He's
so thick.
he's great. He's just
I love that he's supposed to be the lead of this film, and in terms of physicality, Carl Weathers takes his shirt off, and it's just insane.
because
Like he looks like a Greek god.
he's a sculpted
He's fucking
sculpted
frightening.
man. But I mean,
I get him and Billy D mixed up all the time because of the mustaches. Billy D plays Lando.
yeah, actually, I can see that too.
Ow. Yeah.
I can also see like a skinny. What was the scientist guy's name again? That I literally just said like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, you tried to say he looks like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
he looks
I think
like he looks like a skinny Neil deGrasse
you're
Tyson.
absolutely being racist.
Look at the face. Excuse me, you just called him fucking Lando Calrissian.
No, I said I get.
You
Billy,
said that you.
But I
mix
know
them.
their names, dipshit.
Yeah, shut up.
I know who Billy D is, and I know who fucking. Oh, Carl Weathers is.
Sucked in.
Carl Weathers.
If you just shave off a few kilos from Neil deGrasse Tyson,
It's not
put
the
the
same.
mustache on
Look.
from Neil deGrasse Tyson's
It's
face.
the head shape. It's the head shape. Carl Weathers' head.
It's
It's
not
like
the
a
head
watermelon.
shape. It's the mustache.
It's like a squashed
It's
watermelon.
the mustache. It's the hair.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's head is like a fat butternut pumpkin. It's a little wider at the bottom. That's the difference. That's why they're not the same.
But they do look similar.
In skin color, sure, if that's where you want to go with
In
this.
hair, in mustache, it's the same thickness.
Of course they have the same hair.
If you compared their mustaches in
It's like
terms
saying
of
Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, don't they look alike? They've both got black straight hair.
no, that's completely different.
What?
Jackie Chan's hair goes out like this.
What the fuck? Are you saying he has
Bruce
bangs?
Lee's hair goes up like this and then down.
What are you fucking talking about?
Okay, but back to my thing.
What?
Back to my thing.
Oh my god.
If you got Neil deGrasse Tyson's mustache, put it on a table, and then you got Apollo Creed's mustache, put it on a table, they would be the same thickness.
You're not comparing.
They would be the same
mustaches.
consistency.
You're comparing faces.
They're pretty much the same guy.
They
That's
are
all I'm
not.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
One's a fat scientist and one's a bit of a washed-up actor.
Neil deGrasse
An
Tyson.
actor so-and-so. Is Carl Weathers still alive? I don't know.
Shit, I think he might have died. I don't know, actually.
That'd be sad. He was great in Predator.
I don't think he has died. I don't know. I haven't really looked.
Was he in Creed? Does he die in one of the Rocky movies?
Yeah, he gets killed by the Russian guy.
Oh, that's
Spoilers.
why Rocky comes up and he's like, killed that guy. He broke my nose. He was the first guy to break my nose.
You really got to watch the Russian one.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I don't want to.
He just like the guy. He punches Apollo so hard in the head that his neck just breaks.
What?
But like this, it's like this Russian guy does all these crazy computer programmed training exercises.
Like in Cars 2, 3?
Yeah, like from Cars 3.
What?
Yeah, and like he's just like this super Russian. He's meant to be like communism, just the embodiment of communism.
They make this computer 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, this cow was killed 2 weeks ago.
And he just gets into the ring. He's just like this great big Russian dude, and he just punches Apollo Creed's head off
Oh
basically.
my god.
Yeah, he's just nuts.
What?
We really should have watched that one.
That's so fucking
If we were going to
stupid.
watch any Rocky movie, we should have watched that one. We
That's
goofed.
so fucking stupid.
Oh, it was real good. And then
What?
it's just a grudge match. It's great.
I'm not going to watch the grudge match.
It's a good movie too. You
I
just-
don't like boxing. I don't like all the violence and the sweat. I'm sorry, but my idea of a good time is not two large men in shorts grappling each other and sweating.
They're not grappling. They're
They
punching.
are. There's a lot of like.
There's a little bit of hugging.
It's just not my thing. I'm not a sports guy. Never have been. I can't stand Sylvester Stallone. Nobody in the sports movies is any good.
It's not.
They always give beefcakes. It's just stupid.
I'm trying to think of a good sports movie.
No, I know. It's difficult, isn't it? I want to watch The Fighter. That was Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale.
Oh, that'd be alright.
Christian Bale is like skinny again, and it's like, what are you doing this to yourself for?
Yeah.
He's playing John McCain now, and he's put on like 200 kilos.
Shit.
He's just like, oh, it's my fault.
Oh fuck. I wish Jackie Chan did like boxing movies. Man, that'd
No,
be
he
cool.
wouldn't do it. He's not a boxer. He probably thinks it's like
I reckon
he
he could
probably
do it.
thinks it's like a sin against martial arts.
Well, no, I mean, they did an Ip Man movie with a boxer.
Or what?
Did you ever see any of the Ip Man series? They were real good. Donnie Yen. Is a
Well, hang on. Is that the guy from Borderlands? Donnie Yen?
He was in Rogue One. He
Oh, he was that guy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. It was him, and he's a kung fu like master. He's playing the guy who invented kung fu and like trained, Wing Chun, I should say. But he trained Bruce Lee,
Right.
and it's like the first one's his story of like him getting out of China when Japan invaded, and like then coming back and beating the shit out of all these Japanese people, and it was real good. And then the second one is him like fighting this British boxer,
Okay.
and it's sick. He just goes bam, 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 and then he kicks his head off with a
You
kick.
can't kick in boxing.
Oh, but he does it.
That's illegal,
Yeah, not in this one. He just gets him.
isn't it? I thought that was illegal.
It is illegal.
What,
But I mean,
why do you fucking...
He was a rude
He did fight
Englishman.
with honor.
He didn't. The
Can't do that.
The Englishman didn't.
Well, Donnie didn't either.
Donnie won. Donnie.
Anyway, we're talking about Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
It's bad.
It's not bad.
It is bad.
You're wrong.
He's
You're wrong as.
just, he walks around like he's got a railroad spike through his head.
How about and the coach who like only talks like this,
Who's the coach? I don't know.
like the manager.
The manager.
He's got to talk like
You
this.
know, when I was a boxer, I didn't have a manager. I fought a fight and I knocked the guy out. Another guy fought a fight, he knocked the guy out. Do you want to know who they reported on? The other guy. You know why? Because I didn't have a manager.
You need a manager.
Also, you can't have a locker no matter how much you ask, but I'll be your manager.
Like fucking Mo Sizlak.
At first, they called me Kid Gorgeous. Then later, Kid Presentable, and then finally, Kid Mo. Were you the ugly one, Mo? Mo, were you the ugly one? No. I was the smelly one.
Okay, if we didn't have Rocky, we wouldn't have that episode of The Simpsons.
It's a good episode.
See?
I always fucking love it when he spends the whole episode getting his ass kicked and he's like, I'm the best at getting knocked. And then he goes in with Drederick Tatum and he just kills him. He just goes whack and he's like, I cannot take this, I'm about to die. He just gets fucking brutalized.
And Mo's just like,
He's like, yay. There's nothing funnier than watching Homer Simpson get murdered. Like, it just is.
it's
It
pretty
just
good.
tickles me.
it's real good.
It's probably not a good thing. I've always looked up to him.
How can you look up to Homer Simpson but not like Rocky?
Rocky's, because Rocky, I don't know. Rocky's not a lovable father. He's a bit of a creep. I mean, yeah, there was that one
Adrian-
time Homer
Adrian
got
loves
dumped for
him.
sexual harassment, but what does Adrian know? She never gets out of the house. She lives a life battered by her fucking brother. Of course she goes
Probably
to
never
the next
spoken to
psycho
another boy,
boxer
but-
she meets. She doesn't know what's good.
She could.
She thinks she means nothing. She thinks she's worth nothing. Of course she goes and spends time with the next drop kick she finds.
Well, he's a nice boy, though.
He's a simple boy.
Yeah,
He's a simple guy.
he's a nice, simple guy.
I mean, I'll give it to him. He didn't kill that friend of his that was swinging the
Yeah.
baseball bat. Ain't no charity case.
I don't want nothing from you.
Calm the
Except
fuck
I'm going to make
down.
money off of your name anyway.
Like, you don't get to walk up to me and ask me if I'm banging your sister in like a casual conversational tone, and then in the same movie get the shits with me for not recommending you for a job. You'd get fucking killed. Hey, big mobster, love your work, happy to work for you. By the way, what's that smell? Oh, it's your haircut. Ah.
It was a bit weird that like he didn't want to work in the meat factory, like carting around meat, but he'd be fine being a loan shark where he had to like
Break people's
beat
arms.
people up for
Yeah.
money.
Not that he could do it.
Yeah,
He'd be like, the guy, $400, you gotta cough it up. And they just beat him. They'd just be like,
they'd just be like, I don't like your face, and then they'd...
I'm friends with the Italian stallion.
Hey yo, Polly,
Remember with the days when you could say Italian on television?
Italian.
Hands in the air, you filthy Italians. You filthy Italian Americans. This isn't the Rocky podcast anymore, it's the Simpsons podcast.
We really like
Bam.
The Simpsons.
Love the Simpsons.
It's a real good show.
It's so good.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I didn't like Rocky.
Why?
It was boring.
It's not boring.
It's really boring.
He trains really hard for a movie. There's a cool music scene where he's training.
That was shitty music too.
Just not. No, didn't you see the lyrics? He's getting strong now. Getting fast now. Gonna fly now.
Ah! It looks like he wrote that song.
It was good.
It's a pity that Adrian in capitals wasn't at the end.
Adrian!
Won't be no rematch. Won't be no rematch.
Ain't gonna be no
in the whole
rematch.
franchise.
Well, they have won the next movie, and then he gets his head punched off by a Russian guy. The next
That's
movie.
so rough. What the fuck?
Oh, it's the fourth movie. He gets his
Oh,
head
okay.
punched off, I think. But in the third one, they have like an almost rematch in his house. And
Yeah, at the end,
then
isn't it? That's the freeze
yeah,
frame?
Yeah,
That's
that's
like-
cool though. That's like a fucking
That's
iconic
stupid.
freeze frame.
That's just two guys fighting in that fucking house. It's
No.
a domestic.
You didn't like Dragon Ball Z either, did you?
What, the cartoon?
Yeah.
No.
You just don't like fighting.
No.
You like
I think
punching.
It's stupid.
It's cool.
Why would I like it?
It's cool.
It's fucking
just-
stupid.
He punches a guy really hard. He goes
I like
flying.
good action sequences. I like good ones. Boxing, there's nothing going on there.
What's going on?
I like him when it's
Didn't you
like...
see the knockout?
I like fights when it almost looks like a dance.
It was like a dance.
No, it
A
wasn't.
bloody dance. Where he got knocked over.
Where they had to slice his eyelid open.
A really
to let the
oily,
Oh.
bloody, sweaty dance.
blood- No, I don't like those kinds of fights. I do like some of the martial arts fights, like in Jackie Chan movies and that. There's
Yeah.
so much, like, precision in them. Like, Jackie Chan's one of the best at it. Like,
Jackie Chan is
they're
just
like,
hands
Jackie,
down the
you've
best.
got these four guys, they're all black belts, and a fry pan. Go for it. I'll whack him, I'll throw him, I'll jump
He's
it in
just
the
the best.
He's just, yeah,
Every
except for, like, disowning his children.
All right, well, yeah, if you don't look
If
at...
you count out his personality,
Yeah, if you don't look at, like, his
he's very good at what he
background,
does. Separating art from
he's
artist.
excellent.
Yeah.
And, like, Police Story? Damn.
I have it. I haven't watched it.
Oh.
I watched The Young Master, which I thought was really
Oh,
weird.
fuck, that's so good.
It's kind of uncomfortable, but then he gets into the fight with the lady, which was kind of cool because she really kicked his ass.
Yeah, she fucked him up.
But then he dresses up like a lady, and it gets kind of weird. And I can't tell if it's being like sexist or not.
Nah,
I don't know. It's hard to say.
it's Jackie Chan.
I was like trying to watch it in the dub, and that was bad. I'll watch like a. I don't like watching the original language for cartoons, but I like watching the original language for live action.
I prefer the Chinese for Jackie Chan's movies.
Yeah, it makes more sense. Like when I watch Pan's Labyrinth, I'll always watch it in Spanish.
Yeah.
The original Girl with the Dragon Tattoos, I'll watch them in Swedish. It's not that hard to follow. But
yeah.
with cartoons, it's like I can't tell. They're using three frames a second for a fucking anime. Like I'm not going to be able to tell if it's out of sync or not. It's only when you like listen to the English dub and have the English subtitles and they don't match.
It's not that that bothers me that they're out of sync. It's the fucking every single English actor for anime is just like the fucking worst.
Are you sure it's not the same with the Japanese? You just can't tell.
No, they're really good. They are like they put actual energy into what they're saying. But with the English shit, it's just fucking trash.
I've heard a lot of animes with American actors go wah for like 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, no, it's like just it's the worst kind of. It's so lazy the way they talk. Like you go from the Japanese where they're super enthusiastic about what they're saying,
but it's
and they're
stupid
super.
what they're saying. What they're saying is really stupid.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's like the dialogue is good.
I
It's
just can't.
the deliverance in English is fucking retarded. So there's no point in doing it.
I just can't do it. I just can't. It's just too painful. All right, we'll wrap it up here. Final thoughts on Rocky. I think it's pretty clear that it was a bad film.
I think it was pretty clear
Ron's
that
always had
Dylan's
shitty
an
taste.
idiot and he's wrong.
And
And
this has been your Wrong.
we'll wrap
The
this
Great
one
Film
up.
Debate.
We
I'm
both
Dylan,
agree
he's
that it's a
Rowan.
good one, and
Thank you very
I'm
much for
Rowan. This
watching.
was
Don't mind
the
liking
Great
and
Film the
subscribing.
Great.
Go ahead and check out our website, secret-source.media.
Like and
And we'll see
subscribe.
you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
That'll show the OSOBs. Fucking little pricks.